we're going to watch Tekken 8's official story trailer. I've already seen it, but I'm gonna go ahead and post this and want to give my thoughts on it. Let's go ahead and go.
Peggy 16.
風間の力は命を育み、その力であなた自身と和也さんを救ってあげて。
俺は命に変えても大事な人たちを守りたい。全世界の人類に告げる。俺が支配する世界で生きる資格があるのは力を示せるものだけだ。世界を闘争で満たせ。
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
ジンさんはみんなの希望だすけ。
デビルの力を見せてみろ。
デビルになれないだと。
We are in danger of annihilation. Jin Kazama has lost his light, and Kazuya Mishima's grows ever stronger.
くだらぬ世界のルールを俺が書き換えてやる。
¡Arriba!
Bist du jetzt auf der Seite der G-Corporation?
Será una excelente publicidad para mi café. ¡Hasta luego!
デビルの力は必ず取り戻す。そして次こそ差し違えてでも奴を殺す。
必ずジンを守り抜く。
悪あがきを力の差を知れ。
ジン、諦めないで。
Believe in yourself.
今度こそ全てを終わらせる。
Alrighty then. So
16.
that was the Tekken 8 trailer, and I have quite a few critiques more than anything. I thought this was like,
風間の力は命を
how do I explain this? I've been a Tekken fan for a very long time, a very, very long time. And the number one thing that people bring up anytime someone has like a slight critique on like how outlandish Tekken has gotten is like, oh man, Tekken has had dinosaurs and robots and cyborgs since like Tekken 1 and 2 and all this shit. Like obviously the game is like going to be outlandish. You think that Nina having guns and shooting is a bad thing? Like, all right, like here's the thing, and I want you guys to like follow me where I'm going with this. So in Virtua Fighter there's a character named Durall, and Durall, let's pull up Durall as a matter of fact. Durall I think is like the character in the boss of every Virtua Fighter game. Is there Virtua Fighter Durall? Okay, so this is Durall. Durall is like metallic android robot thing, and has like these special abilities that you might not necessarily I might not necessarily understand. Like Durall can like juggle you into the air where other characters can. Durall can like jump really high, and all this stuff, because Durall is a fictitious character. But Virtua Fighter is a game that prides itself on being like a fictitious fantasy style version of like fighting that's keeping it close to or as close as it can within its boundaries, being close to like real world martial arts. And that's really what Virtua Fighter is. And even with Durall being in Virtua Fighter, that doesn't make Virtua Fighter like like that crazy and outlandish of a game. Like Durall is normally, I don't think Durall is normally playable in most of the games, and Durall is one character. Whereas like their other characters, they have more realistic fighting styles, even though they juggle people, which isn't realistic. You have to be like super strong, and there's nobody that strong. But yeah, with that being said, Do Raw is probably like 5% of every Virtua Fighter game. And in Tekken, there's Devil, right? There's Devil. There's like, even as far back as Tekken 2, there was Devil Kazuya, and then there was Alex and Roger, there was Kuma, Angel. There's a couple of characters there. Yoshimitsu. Kunimitsu is like within the realm of possibility. I don't care what anyone says. Yoshimitsu, not so much, because he could do that like a little teleport, right? But there's the Jacks, etc., etc. Like, what the point I'm trying to make is, like, a lot of these characters, like, they are definitely fictitious, but a lot of them definitely still had fighting styles that were within like the realm of possibility. Roger and Alex being two animals that were experimented on to become fighting animals. Like, okay, I get it. It's silly, right? Jack being a robot. It's a fictitious game. You know what I mean? Dural is a robot. So fucking what? You know what I mean? But the thing is, you still have Michelle Chang, who practices various forms of Chinese martial arts. You have Nina Williams and Anna Williams that both practice Aikido. They don't put that in the games anymore. They say it's assassination arts, whatever the fuck that means, right? Zafina could have assassination arts. It's silly. Paul practices judo, martial law. They always put martial arts instead of Jeet Kune Do. King is a mass wrestler. Armor King is another mass wrestler. Bruce is a kickboxer, Thai boxer, whatever. These fighting styles are basically the meat and potatoes of Tekken. And, if you deny that, you just sound like a fucking idiot to me. Like, that's why I hate the dinosaur, demon, and robot argument, because of course, but what are the stories of the other characters in the game, and how anchored are they in, like, not anchored, but how close are they to like sounding like something that's plausible and real? And back in the day, they were like pretty plausible and real, but like Kazuya is like really hammy. Like, I can't even finish my thoughts. He's really hammy in like this game, and I hate it because Kazuya is normally like cold, calculated. He doesn't talk that much. He's very concise, and if he's like laughing or like being outlandish, it's like he knows he's gonna win, or feels like he's gonna win, or has like a lot of power. Like when he transformed into Devil on his Tekken Tag 2 ending, or when he transformed into Devil on his Tekken 4 ending. But let's continue. Let's see if I find anything else that I like vehemently dislike. I really hate this war shit. I wish they would stop doing war in Tekken, because it doesn't work for Tekken. Like, it's a tournament of fighting skills, right? And the tournament never makes sense anymore, because what is Kazuya like? So he's waging war on humanity, but he's just like holding the tournament in these different locations. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Hold on a second. What was I saying? I think I was saying something about Kazuya waging war on humanity, which is like every single country is like, your country will be destroyed if you join my tournament and you fail, basically. And he's just like hosting these tournaments and all these different countries, and it's like, dude, that's not like, nigga, you can't do that. That'd be like the United States like going over to China and hosting something, like knowing good and damn well we have bad relations with China. Like, that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, anything that you attempt to have will be thwarted, by, missiles or otherwise. Like, and these characters, like, okay, so if you want to bring up there being a fucking raptor in Tekken, like, look at Leroy. Leroy is an older dude. He's like an old grandmaster type. Do you think this nigga is gonna like deflect a bullet? You know what I mean? And Tekken has devolved from like characters like actually fighting each other and being skilled in martial arts to like having to have all these extra hats on. Like, oh, like Steve in this trailer, he like dodges a bullet and like punches somebody. Give me a break. And I went back for this, but all just to talk about this war stuff. I hate this, bro. I hate every bit of this. They're like, okay, Lars takes out this Jack 7, by the way. Like, it's funny. Tekken is so funny because the Jack series always advances, right? Like, Jack 8 is a prototype, technically a prototype Jack, and Jack 7 is what the characters were fighting against in Tekken 7. Like, you guys want to talk about, like, the games being outlandish with the story always. Like, how about some consistency, dog? Like, they're mass producing Jack 7s. Jack 7 won a tournament, won Evo one year. You know what I mean? Like, Jack 7 beat everybody's ass, if I'm not mistaken. And now Jack 7 is like a regular nigga that this dude has to beat up.
ジンさんはみんなの希望だすけ。
I hate this too. You, Jin, are the hope of mankind. It's a fighting game tournament. I'm sorry, it's a fighting tournament. Come on, show me that double power of yours, nephew. And I hate this too. Like, it's like a Dragon Ball thing. It's not like a Dragon Ball thing, man. You know what I mean? So they lied to us. They said that Jin completely could control the devil, and that was a lie. Like, they always lie every single game. Every single game. In Tekken 5, he could control the devil. Not. In Tekken 6, he can control the devil. Not. Oh, this. We have to talk about this. So, this is Kazuya's final form, I'm assuming. I hate this. Because, hold on a second. Let's look at, like, Tekken 7 Devil Kazuya. So, alright, I think this is, I'm trying to look at like a better visual. Yeah, well, that's a YouTube thing. Kazuya's had like many double forms. Let me see here. Of course, it's a GitHub thing. I don't even know. Goodness gracious. But you guys could probably see. I hope you can see pretty well. Kazuya, his double form in Tekken 7, I thought was like peak, honestly. Like, there's this Yamasa arcade version of Kazuya, which kind of got like it kind of got it right, better than like, you know, regular double Kazuya, which we've had since Tekken Tag 2, and double Kazuya from Tekken 7 story mode with the eyes on the wings. Love it. Sleek form, you know what I mean? A little bony and has like the eyes everywhere. It's a really cool form. It's a really cool form. And this form here kind of reminds me, like, why are his wings fat, right? Like, Kazuya got some fat wings. Man, the Kazuya wings thicker than a motherfucking dog. Like, look at him, dog. Ooh. Like, what they did with the face, like, he looks weird, right? But I'm willing to, like, look past the face. But look at this. Why is he all tall? Why is his elbows big? He's, like, really over-designed in this whole area, right? The horns are too long. Why are the horns that long? That's a little ridiculous. Like, and you know what pisses me off the most? This character is more than likely not playable ever, you know? I'm so sick of unplayable boss characters. If this character is unplayable, I doubly hate this design. And then he just beats everybody. Except for, hold on a second. Who? So, this is Huarong, and this is Lee. This is Victor. This is Elisa. But Lars blocks it. Man, fuck the Mishimas.
Bist du jetzt auf der Seite der G-Corporation?
G-Corp makes for better brand optics for my coffee. G-Corp is like Nazi thing now. You know what I mean? G-Corp is a axis of evil. They're like starting a war with humanity. That doesn't even make any sense. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to like the writing. Like, what in the world is she talking about? This another dumb broad added to Tekken, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, we had two in Tekken 7. We had Lucky Chloe, and then we had Julia. You know what I mean? Just fucking stupidity. Like, not funny, not interesting, just coffee, coffee, coffee. Like, bro, at least with Katarina, at the very least, people hate Katarina. At least with Katarina, she was looking for something of interest, right? She was looking for her father. And that is at least interesting. And Katarina coincidentally was also a model. She was infinitely more interesting than Azucena to me. Like, I like that Azucena is Peruvian and she has the culture and everything. I love that. I love that. But this is stupid. Like, next to Leo, who's like trying to get revenge for Leo's mother and trying to find out why Kazuya killed her and stuff like that. This bitch just wants coffee. She wants her coffee brand. It's stupid. Why are they talking? Excuse me. Sorry. I'm very passionate about the story, as you can tell. I thought this was cool. It's a cool shot. Also really cool. Like, this is the coolest part of the trailer to me, coincidentally. So Victor fighting against Dragunov. For whatever reason, he didn't slice him. Paul and Law together. And Kuma. Interesting stuff here. Leroy fighting against Feng Wei. I'm guessing this is like the sub-boss stage or something. This is stupid. I hate this. But yeah, Lee going to hand-to-hand combat with some dude, you know, and he has a gun on his back. And he just killed a Jack 7. He destroyed a Jack 7 in one kick. Couldn't do that in Tekken 7. What is the rate of evolution with these characters? Like, you ever think about that with Tekken? And this is another thing that bothers me. And like, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, well, Vicious, you're stupid. There's raptors and demons in Tekken." Yeah, but like, also, what? Like, how does that work? So Kazuya has been beaten by Jin canonically once, right? And Jin not only beat Kazuya, but in the same sitting beat Heihachi. Why is Jin so weak now in contrast to Kazuya? What did he do? You know? And what makes it so everybody else is on par with these characters at this point, even though they've been consistently getting stronger? Like, Azucena came out of nowhere. Has she been fighting demons in Peru? I don't know. That part I can like take. I don't have to take seriously. Like, I get it. June is probably not really in the game. She's probably like a memory or something in spirit, like Kazumi, which I hate that. I like this part though. Mash some water in your face, my son. But yeah, that's all I got to say about like the Tekken story trailer. Like, I'm sorry, like maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but I just hate that Jin's such a golden boy chosen one. I hate that, you know, the Tekken keeps becoming a war instead of like an actual tournament. Now, originally Tekken's beta name before Tekken 1 came out was Rave Wars, but Lord Almighty, this is like ridiculous. This kind of looked funny to me. They're running together. They're like the B team. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just so over the wars. Like, it's not a good plot point. And this whole shit of them just fighting Kazuya all at once, like, what is this, Tekken Tag 3? Is that what they're trying to work towards? That's not even fair, bro. That's not how the tournament works. They could have done this the entire time. Why is Paul and Law not beat anybody in a tournament? Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'll catch you guys later.